How's it going, sweetheart?
Allie, I know I've had a little bit of fun at your expense. Do I feel bad about it? No. I'm sorry. But don't feel bad because I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about any of the things I do. As a matter of fact, some of the things I do, the worst things I do, make me laugh. Did you know that I laughed at my own grandmother's funeral? Did you know that whenever they buried that bag of fucking bones, I waited till about 12 o'clock midnight while my grandmother laid in that ground? This is funny. Covered in dirt. By the time I made my trip up the road and back home, it was covered in shit. If you get what I'm talking about. You see, what I'm trying to say is I had no remorse. And you know that. You know me very well, which makes me proud to be able to tell this story. And I'm going to tell a story. The story of Darken Graves and Allison Black. And this is a story that a lot of people in IW don't know about, do they, Ellie? As far as the majority of IW, they know our history as the Unholy Four. Listen up, IW. Allison Black and Darken Graves have known each other a little over 2.5 years, closer to 3 years, I would say. And whenever I was doing that bullshit comp fed business and I was getting burnt out by people who wanted to keep titles on themselves because they own the damn companies, I was ready to quit. I was ready to give it up. So I was searching around on the internet, looking for a decent federation to have my last match in. So I would know that I would at least have a fair match. I'd been in the game a year. And I come across a group called APW, Silent Pro Wrestling. A little indie group. Used to be owned by a Louisiana brother of mine. And once he handed over the reins to Allison Black, she took it and she ran with it. She did a good job with it. The best thing she ever did was hiring Darken Graves. And what I thought was going to be my last match, I won their Intercontinental title against some crazy guy who has fucking gorillas dropping down ringside and snakes coming out of his hands. But that's neither here nor there. After that, I went on to hold that belt. I went on to win their Revolution World title. So I was holding 2 titles at the same time. And then, as a certain beast from the bayou saw some talent in Darken Graves when no one else would besides Allison Black, he put me over, and I became their World Heavyweight Champion, holding every belt that they had at the same time for a good little while. I earned the nickname Mr. APW. And you know, I always thought that Allie was proud of me until she had to put herself in a match with me for my Intercontinental title, the first title that I won. I could have said no, but you know, she rejuvenated my career. When I was ready to retire, she lit the flame. The first person to ever light the flame under my ass was Allison Black. So we have a match for that Intercontinental title. She puts the belt on herself. She fucked up my trifecta. I got over it because here came IW along. Smiles were on my face again because I was in a good place. You know, Allison's been on podcasts with me whenever I didn't have any co-host. Some of my highest rated blog talk podcasts were with Allison Black. I think of Allison, and she knows this, I think of her like a little sister. She was one of the first people I've ever seen promo when I started this business. And I know she's heard this because I've heard it too. That when people say Darken Graves and Allison Black's name together, they think the future of this business. Then you get a cocksucker like Dan Ness come along and almost bury the future for Darken Graves and Allison Black. Oh, thank God. Thank the God below for Josh McClain for seeing the future again. Well, our future is SplatterHouse. That's our future. And while you may be that little sister that I never had, I have no problem causing you to bleed so goddamn bad that you're gonna need a goddamn transfusion. You know more than anybody, one of my favorite verses in Anton LaVey's book. You can't judge an internal injury by the size of the goddamn hole. And you know, even better that I have a fetish for internal injuries. That's why I'm not gonna cut you. I'm not gonna bust your lip, bust your nose, because you're a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous lady. Why would I want to fuck that face up? I am somewhat of a gentleman. What I'm gonna do after I beat the holy, better yet, unholy hell out of you, I'm gonna take my staff here. I'm gonna hit you with LaVey Lives On, Allie. You've got a black heart just like me, but it can bleed, and it can bleed out. And if LaVey Lives On doesn't get you, I'm sorry to say this, but it's gonna be brutal. I'm gonna take that staff, and I'm gonna jab it into your stomach, over and over and over. If I have to jab it in your stomach 666 fucking times, I'm gonna make sure the rest's right there. You gag and you cough up that blood. And I take your belt. I'll tell you something, Ellie. You see the sign in the back of my locker room? For sale. My soul for professional wrestling. I sold my soul for a lot of things, professional wrestling being one of them. And I'll tell you what, you're not gonna take my fucking soul! You're not gonna take me out of professional wrestling, and you're damn sure not gonna make me bleed! You're in for the fight of your fucking life, and I know that's a cliche, but it has never been more true as it is uttered from the lips of your Savior. Your God, the patriarch of the Darken the Unholy Four, Darken fucking Graves, 'cause unholy am I!